Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tempest, and for the first time, a very special welcome to my temple. If you are new here, then you won't know right off the jump, but this is my relaunch video. I recently took a cauldron month away. It ended up being 2 months from YouTube, public YouTube, because I needed some time and space to think and figure out who I am and what I want to do with my life, what I want to bring here to YouTube, and just kind of all of this sort of adult life stuff. And it was a phenomenal time, and I'm so excited to be back. I cannot wait, and I hope you are as excited as I am. If you're new here, this is not my first time. I've been around for a while. The thing is, I've changed my name a few times, and I've gotten some snarky and quite rude comments about that before. And if you're not new here, you might be wondering why the name changed now. And I want to quickly just address that, because I believe any elephants in the room should be my friends. So I talk to them and just address them and say hi. So for this elephant in the room, I changed my name because I've changed, because identities are weird. And if you don't know, if I haven't mentioned it, I think I have. I have identity issues. I've had identity issues for a long time. And I've spent a long time trying to kind of drill down to the core of who I am. And the core of who I am is complicated and changing and hard to describe and impacted by mental health things that I'm not going to go in and share, at least right now, into detail and share with you. And while along the way I found some really great names that I still really love and that worked, it was hard to find the name that worked for me as a whole, as opposed to like for individual parts of me. All the names that I've used sometimes fit, and sometimes they didn't. And so I needed something that fit all the time, or as much as possible. And so I've kept looking for it, and I think I found it, and I feel pretty good about it. And if I'm wrong, who cares? This is my life. If you've got a problem with any of that, well, bye. Off you fucking go, because I don't give a shit. And I suppose that kind of tells you a little bit who I am, because I just don't care. But who I am as to how it really concerns y'all is I'm a witch and a tarot reader and an astrologer and a avid journaler. I can see 4 journals instantly, just slightly off here to my right. Oh my gosh, that's my right. Yes. On the screen, because but that's my right. I have a large tarot collection. I have, well, in my opinion, it's large. And I've been creating content here on YouTube for quite a few years. And it's, like me, it's a thing that's been evolving and changing and growing. And I look forward to seeing how it continues to evolve and change and grow. But the question is, what is this channel about now? And I figured it out, and I have a tagline. And this is kind of the most succinct way I can think of to fit all the pieces together. And that is bringing tarot, journaling, and astrology together to transform everyday life. That's what I do. That's what I do in my work. That's what I do in my personal practice and my personal work. And that's what I do here and what I've wanted to do here. And essentially this relaunch is just kind of me actually taking myself seriously and actually leaning in to what has already been true. I've always been about journaling. That's what got me started here on YouTube. And ultimately that is kind of the pinnacle here. So if you decide to join me here, there's a subscribe button, there's the bell notification, there's a YouTube channel membership. Stay tuned. I'll talk about that a bit more in a second. If you decide to stay and join me here, there will be journaling content. I have journals. I love my journals. And they're what brought me to YouTube. And what got me started creating content. Look at how good that looks. What got me started creating content was I wanted more journaling content in the world, especially witchy journaling, which I've just gotten more and more in depth with over time. And so if you decide to stick around, I'm just leaning into who I really am and who I've always been. And I've tried to do a lot of things that are kind of generally around and that are still parts of me. They're just not like the core. Like, I've done some tarot content and there will be tarot involved in my content. But like, I did unboxing videos and I hated them. I hated filming them. I love watching them, but I hated filming them. And they never did well. And I did a lot of, like, tarot is specifically the example of, I did a lot of content, which I specifically did that content because I was really engaged within the YouTube tarot community at the time. And I love that community. I'm just not as actively engaged with it as I was, because tarot is not the center of my practice. Tarot is a tool within my practice. Journaling is the center of my practice, and it always has been. And so what ended up happening was I kind of ended up getting swept up and centering my videos and my work around tarot, which was never what I intended and never what I wanted to do. And I did have a lot of fun. I do still like making tarot content sometimes, but it just wasn't fully true to who I am. Because as I said, for me, tarot isn't the center of my practice. It's a tool I use within my practice. It is a integral tool. It is one of the pillars, but it's not the foundation. And so I don't want it to be the foundation of my content. I want my content to be about the whole all, or about the foundational things. And astrology, God, astrology is a deep love of mine. I'm a professional astrologer and tarot reader, actually. I have my website linked down below. And the thing that kind of started this all off is I had developed a style of doing readings where I used tarot and astrology together. I used tarot as the tool to interpret and look at themes going on and energies influencing people's lives based on astrological events happening. Do you like the cup? Isn't it cute? And what I love about that is it brought all the things I love and all the things I use on a daily basis together, working together in favor of me when I read for myself, in favor of clients when I read for them. My website is still under construction as of the time I'm filming this. So if you go to look and there's not much there, please stay tuned. There will be more details and info and all of that, because I'm currently, I'm batch filming ahead. It is mid-July as I'm filming this. It is July 13th. And I'm just trying to get a jump start so that way I've got the ball rolling well and off I can go. So if there's not, like right now, there's not a lot on my website. If that's still true when you look, then stay tuned. I promise there'll be more details. Subscribing, so that way you can check out the community tab, is a great way to stay tuned to what's going on. So here, I I love the work I've done when I take tarot as a tool and astrology as a container, and I journal about it. The journal is the foundation I put it with. And I have learned about myself so much, and I have, like, it's just been a profound journey, and I love it, and it is what I continually do day in and day out, and it is what I want to do, and it's what I want to talk about. So you can expect videos about my journal, lots of videos about my journal, probably some videos about my tarot decks, but through the lens of how I'm using it in my practice, kind of a thing. So, for example, I do I have a moon-based journaling practice. There might be a video where I talk about the deck family. So the decks that I use in my moon-based practice and how I talk about them. So tarot would be featured in that video through the lens of my practice and through the lens of how I'm using it with my journal, kind of a thing. I hope that makes sense. If I'm unclear, please let me know in the comments down below, and like ask any questions you need to. I'm happy to try and clarify anything I can. With astrology, there's still going to be a lot, because it's kind of like astrology and journaling make up the foundation of my life, of my practice, of how I move through the world. Tarot is a thing I use to express. It is a manifestation. Being a witch is also foundational, and tarot is a tool for me. And I adore my tarot. I have like 80 decks. I love it. I'll probably still do deck collection videos randomly when I feel like it. I'm thinking that might be like an annual thing where I do it at like the end of the year, because I just think that's fun. We shall see how much my deck collection changes. And I use tarot a lot. Like, I have many cards out on my desk at the moment. It's just that journaling and astrology is what I build everything around. I really hope that makes sense. So prepare for a lot of journaling and showing tarot through the lens of journaling and astrology and all of that good stuff. There'll probably still be some witchy, like, altar tour videos and stuff thrown in, because I just love that stuff and I get excited and I want to share things. It wouldn't surprise me if there's some other witchy stuff thrown in here and there. And I do have an idea for content that I am toying with, that I'm very excited about, that I think I'm going to at least try. So I promise you want to stay tuned. You can expect on the community tab once a month to release an events calendar where I share a post in the community tab of like what's coming up, because my content here on YouTube is only one piece of the puzzle, and the other piece is my cosmic community. So the cosmic community is what I call my YouTube channel membership here as a whole. It has two tiers: the supportive superstars and the cosmic coven. This is not the video where I'm going to do a rundown of what all of that is. I am going to be filming that video, so that video is coming. Stay tuned. If you're interested, you can check that out. As of the time I'm filming this, I have already updated the perks to reflect the new things I'm going to be offering, and we are getting started with some of the new things very soon. So check out, you can click the join button, you can check out to get information that way. I am planning to also do a page on my website that talks more about the video, or that talks more about the Cosmic Coven and the perks, so that way I can just kind of explain things more. So that might be ready when you're seeing this. I do not know, because I cannot see the future in that way. Anyway, my cosmic community, my cosmic coven, has gone through a huge rebranding as well, a huge change. It is still the super supportive superstars in the Cosmic Coven and my cosmic community as a whole. That is still very accurate. And I'm still working on a lot of changes at the time of filming this. But I am thrilled to be starting to offer more formatted content that is kind of taking us on a journey using tarot, journaling, and astrology to transform everyday life. That's what all of it comes down to is, and that's kind of what I hope you will be interested to find here. Some other places you can find me is I do have an Instagram, and I am going to start posting there more often. I have a Facebook page. The Facebook page is associated with The Crafted Witchery because that's what I registered as my business name. And as it turns out, there's kind of some stuff that goes on in the background for changing your business name and registering a new one. So I haven't decided fully if I'm going to do that and like claim the Tempest Temple. So we shall see. You can also find me, as I mentioned, at my website. And there will be details sometimes, like if I'm having a sale or so, excuse me, like if I'm having a sale on my services or something like that, those details will also be on my events calendar that I post on the community tab. Anyways, that was really it. I just wanted to come on quickly and dip my toes into being back on YouTube, and I thought it just made sense to me to start off with a little intro video, a welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Tempest not the Tempest. Welcome to Tempest Temple. I'm Tempest. This is my temple, and here we use tarot, journaling, and astrology to transform everyday life. I hope you will consider joining us here as we move along this journey. Like I've said, there's the subscribe button down below where you can hit then the bell notification to turn on the app's notifications, so that way you find out when I posted a video. I do post in the community tab, so that's a good way to see what's going on. Videos will be coming every Friday unless otherwise posted in said community tab. Fridays will be the release day. I can tell you that my cosmic community gets the videos in advance. So if you don't want to wait as long, check it out. And lots of other cool stuff. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions because I was unclear or anything, just let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you again very, very soon. Lots of love. Bye.